Listen 3000.
What's good, everybody? My name is Cesar.
I am Zen.
And we are Listen 3000. This is episode
36.
That's amazing. Look at us go. And we have a very special guest today. Can't wait to introduce him. But before we do that, this is an Agents of Fandom podcast. You can check out agentsoffandom.com or you can follow them at Agents of Fandom on all social media sites. And let's get into it today, right? You want to introduce our lovely guest?
We got our guy, Jim, from the alternate timeline in the building today.
What up, y'all?
Long overdue.
Long overdue. We were talking about that before the pod, too. Yeah. It was just like, so we were introduced to Jam through our friend Dennis from the alternate timeline. I'm sorry, my mouth. But yeah, and it was kind of through our friend group chat of all of our content friends, right? Yeah. And we just never got to actually formally have a time with you. So we're excited to finally have you here, bro.
Yo, I'm appreciative that y'all, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to it.
Mutual, man. Sure. Mutual. All right. So let's just get into it and we'll ask you some questions personally at the end, but we want to get into to madness today.
Copy.
All right. Well, we just updated quick on you, right? Yeah, cool. First, Secret Invasion. We are 4 episodes in, correct? 4? Am I wrong? I think it's 4.
Yeah, it was 4.
Right? Episode 4. It's been 4 weeks.
Oh, he got the Nick Fury.
Come on. Hey, you pulled up ready.
New York Comic-Con exclusive.
Fire. Yeah, that's really fire. Some things have happened, to say the least, right? We talked about it last week as well and the weeks before. Do we even need to go through the app? Nah, I just want to give our quick opinions on it. Right?
No, we can just give our thoughts on it.
All right, cool. How'd you feel for this week?
Go first.
Okay, cool. So, no, I'm sorry, Jam, you go. How did you feel for this week's episode?
I thought it was cool. Like I said to y'all in the chat, I know I be going crazy in the chat, so y'all know my thoughts be all over the place. But
I get it though.
I thought this was the first episode that I felt like the pacing was a little slow. And I felt like a lot happened, but a lot didn't happen at the same time. What I mean by that is we had stuff that we already knew was going on. Like we knew kind of, Fury's wife was a Skrull. We knew Rhodey was a Skrull. So I feel like they just tried to add on to that. And then not too much was really happening until the end of the episode. Most of it was just more backstory or the poetic aspect with Fury and his wife. So it was still a good episode. I just felt like this was the first episode I started to feel people online. They was the pacing might be a little slow or it's not too much going on, but I still think this was solid.
I agree with, let's use my phone. Yeah, I agree with most. I'm going to play devil's advocate with you on one point that you said. I got to remember it, though. Okay, remember when you said that they more so did, kind of dug into things that we already knew? 100% we already knew about Nick's wife being a Skrull. But the Don Cheadle one, right, Rhodey, I technically, because I saw a lot of people saying that we already knew. We knew because we're fans of the show. When you think about it, you know what I mean?
True.
As the Marvel nerds in us all figured it out. We've been all calling it out in the group text and stuff before the show even dropped that Rhodey was probably going to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was really only because he's the main cameo, I guess, if you want to say, the biggest person in importance when it comes to who the fans care about, right? So for me,
facts.
I tried to take myself out of the expectations of it. I kind of said that in the chat too the other day. If I take my expectations for what we thought the show was, I think the show was amazing. I think it's really good. And I think each episode keeps you in it in an intense way while still being really subtle. I kind of said that about some of the actors' portrayals, but it is the way that the show is also. But I don't know. I feel like they are giving you what we already know. But if we weren't these Marvel fans, I bet if my mom watched the show, she don't know all this. She's not going to know that Rhodey was a Skrull.
That's true.
So that's it's true. I wonder if
that's real true.
If it's just the Marvel expectations that are killing these Jones for us, because people are pooping on the show. Nobody in this room, none of us three are shitting on it. We love,
because I'm they still giving you A-class performances,
right?
And the acting wise, that's why it's hard for me to you can't completely diss this show because on the acting level, they giving it to you.
And do we not like the plot? Or is it that they're just not going as deep
just
as
like,
we thought? Because I enjoy the plot. I feel like there's stuff
I just don't know
on.
where we going personally.
Okay.
I felt like a little lost at the end of the last episode. Because I'm just like, yo, a lot of stuff happened. Don't get me wrong. Like that was a packed episode,
right?
Especially for being one of the shorter ones so far. Like we got a lot, but I'm like, yo, like, all right, where are we going? Like, where is this heading? Like, yeah, Fury's losing everybody. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Can I
know
ask?
what I mean?
Do you mean where we're going? As in, like, are you just is it a negative that you don't know where we're going? Is that the issue?
It's not the fact that I don't know where we're going in a sense. It's to me, it's more like, yo, it's a 6 episode show.
Touche.
And we're on episode 4, and it still don't feel like we're
anywhere
getting closer
near
to the end of what this is supposed to be. You know what I mean?
I so hear you.
I would like to be surprised for sure. I don't want to know what the ending is going to be, but it's like, yo, all right, we got 2 more episodes left.
Like, what else is left?
You know what I mean? Like,
I do hear you.
Keep in mind too, though. I was talking with Dennis. Keep in mind, he was even saying like this is going to lead into Armor Wars.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So that's probably why we don't have like a definitive ending,
right? Because we don't even know what that's going to be. True.
You feel me? I will say though, Cesar, you made a really good point though. Like, because my mom's is watching it.
Right,
and
right.
My mom's watching it. She loves Samuel L. Jackson. And she's like, yo, I couldn't believe Brody was a Skrull. And I'm like, you see, so that's a really valid point that you made. Like, us as Marvel fans, we so invested into it that we kind of start to put theories together, or like we start, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, our expectations start going, and then it's like, all right, we kind of know what's to come. You know what I mean? So I kind of like that I don't know where it's going, but at least I have like a understanding, like, hey, at least this is going to lead into Armor Wars to where I can see the overall like the end all be all, you know what I mean?
Yes, 100% agree, 100%. Because I think I'm in between with everybody. Like, you know, there's people that really aren't into it right now and they think it's boring. And then there's other people who are invested at the least with like the acting and stuff like that, right? I feel like I'm just in the middle of everybody because I honestly enjoyed the story. Again, I didn't grow up reading all the comics, so I don't know much about Secret Invasion before this. I didn't know much besides the concept that it was going to be Skrulls and they're infiltrating, you know, like the government. That's all I knew. But actually seeing it play out for me, since I didn't know much, it's like, they do that. Oh, okay. You know, like every time I'm kind of like, this is kind of like me and Amber watching it at home. Shout out Amber. And then I'm just like, why people like, we'll see a scene when Talos, you know, what happened to Talos. And I'm like, see, I liked him. Why was I not supposed to? Everybody don't like him. Why be mad?
Yeah. Well, you know, people was mad.
People just feel like there's no importance to the show outside of what's happening in the show.
No, I feel you. I feel them on that. But
like,
I
don't know if that matters, you know?
We knew from the jump that's what they were kind of doing.
Right.
Like they said, like, yo, this is going to be a smaller, grounded joint.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not going to be superheroes in this joint. Like, it's more of a grounded show. So, like, I feel like they did tell us that in advance. I guess, you know, people just,
they set them the expectations.
Yeah. Especially, and also coming off, I don't want to coming off a lot of mixed reception from Marvel stuff as of lately.
Recently,
let's say that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's not helping. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not.
As much as they giving it to you in the acting.
It sucks, man. And that's what I'm saying about the whole, I feel like we as Marvel fans put pressure on the stuff because we've been here.
I agree.
And if we didn't put pressure on it, I feel like all these Jones are heat. You know, at least they're still very enjoyable things to watch. Like people out here, like, I'm not watching this no more. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, y'all really that mad? Like y'all like y'all so mad of what you thought
Disney
it was.
Don't make bad things, bro.
Me too,
Disney doesn't
bro.
make bad stuff. Like it's like you have a formula and it's gonna work. It's family friendly, or it's like, you know, it might have like a little dark undertones or whatever. But you have a formula that for 100 years has worked.
No,
right.
seriously.
So to me, it's like, I don't see y'all failing. Maybe it's not for this certain group of people. Maybe somebody may not, but overall, it's not bad. It just may not be what your expectations. And I think that's a lot of the problem is people have expectations from comic books or what we've seen so far that it's just kind of, they go in with the high, strong expectations. And it's like, nah, bro, relax.
Right, like this can be its own thing.
I made a point to Dennis today too, though, that kind of, and I want y'all to, you know, give me y'all thoughts, but where does this take place in the timeline? Because at the end of Miss Marvel, right, Carol is on Earth. So would she have not hit up Fury? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this before Miss Marvel's ending, or is this afterwards. Because if she's on Earth and all of this Skrull activity is going on, something not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
she would have known. She
would have known.
That's a good.
That's a crazy good
point out, man. Because like you're right. Because like I know we always had this theory. I know something we talk about on the show all the time. Is like we would just assume in Secret Invasion, the Marvels.
Maybe of course,
that's why they put it there. Yes. But you're right. Like which one's happening first? If Miss Marvel happened before Secret Invasion, or maybe I don't. Yeah, you're right. Like where does this sit at? I mean, I guess we'll eventually find out once it go on Disney Plus and honestly, they put it in the timeline and stuff like that. But like,
right.
Yeah, that's a good question though.
It is a good question
for sure.
Because honestly, I don't think any of us can answer it. You know, it's just like it doesn't make sense wherever you put it, unless if it's somewhere really far back that we're just not thinking at all. You know what I mean?
The only thing I was thinking of is maybe like just because you had me thinking, you just pointed it out. I'm like, yo, what if The Marvels does happen after this, and that the way that post-credit scene was just a jump in the future.
They did say that this leads to the Marvels as well.
Right. So like maybe all this Skrull stuff happened before
all of that happened. That could like before in the timeline. Could be.
Right. Because he's in the Marvels. So
he is. Right.
He's in the Marvels.
Yeah. So I guess that has to be that way. I would assume.
It could be both. It could be both.
You're right too.
This could go into the Marvels and Secret Invasion. You know what I'm saying? We get Rhodey's side of things, and then like the story with Fury and the Skrulls / Kree continues in the Marvels. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Honestly, the more that y'all say this, what if we're thinking of it in reverse? And the Rhodey story is actually continuing the Skrull story, and the Marvels are just going to continue having Nick Fury in it. Maybe his story gets patched up, and then he just leads over there.
That's a good point.
And it doesn't lead anything back to because look at the show right now. He don't got.
Bro, the look in his eyes, bro. The look in his eyes when they got Talos.
It was honestly incredible acting by Sam because I've never seen Nick scared in my life. Yeah. His eyes popping. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I was at that point. I was like, you need to sit down, old man. Like it just that's how I felt. I love Nick Fury, bro, but it was just like, damn, I'm scared, but I'm a civilian. I'm not supposed to be.
In the words of the Boondocks, bro, like, what did Fury do to make Gravik that mad?
That was amazing.
What did he do?
No, seriously though. Because remember they just called out and he said Nick Fury is here. He said, "Oh, where?" I'm gonna pull up. Where is he here? I'm like, yo, calm down.
He looked down the helicopter. He's like, huh?
He did. Yo, oh my god,
bro. I'm like, what did he do? Like, I know the whole thing with the home. I get that, but it feels like it's something a little bit more personal than that.
I just think
more personal.
Guys. Sometimes there's no real backstory and he's just crazy. Sometimes. Because unless if we are getting it, and again, this is alludes what y'all saying, we only got 2 eps left. It's like, unless if they're going to give us more, they could, easily. But if they don't give us that backstory, nah. He's just a nut.
I can honestly see the next episode starting with a flashback.
With a flashback for Gravik? Yeah, I'm going to need it.
Because every episode's kind of been starting with no flashback.
Finale is like that.
Either or. Either or.
Nah,
like, I feel like that's coming.
You're right.
Like, because they kind of been updated. They gave us more of the relationship with his wife and stuff, but they also have a relationship with Gravik as well. Like, that whole... you're right. That whole thing. So
true, right? Because she presented him.
She brought Gravik to Fury. So like, it got to be some more with that. And I feel like we're going.
What if they raised him? Like, what if they?
That's what I was, bro. All right, that'd be a little. That's like, that's kind of crazy choice. If he raised Gravik, yeah. Because now I see why it's personal. If that's the case,
yeah.
He's like, you're supposed to be my dad.
And bro, he taking out all his people. Like, no, really taking out
all of them. All of them.
Wait, I will say this.
I will say, another thing.
You got you go ahead first. You go ahead first because mine's like kind of like.
I was gonna say that the thing that drives me going crazy is what they I think it was episode 2 where they talked about the Skrull Empire. What if Gravik is a part of the Skrull Empire and they just on Earth with the 1 million people, infiltrating essentially? Because when they creating this Super Skrull technology, I mean, I told y'all this in the chat, but my theory is that's technology from the Skrull Empire that they've seen before, right? And they just got humans to like work people to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
That would make a lot of sense.
My theory is we might get Super Skrull Clerk in F4 as and like it's in the past type stuff where we see more of the Skrull Empire and they had that technology like already created. That's just a theory, but I just don't think they're mentioning the Skrull Empire in episode 2 for no reason. Like they're still out there. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel like I feel like the Skrulls is not done after this.
No way.
Like
not at all.
Especially if they got Emilia Clarke and she continues on, like she's not done after this. We're gonna see her back again.
That's facts.
Involved in some things.
And we don't even know what power she got. She probably about to go crazy.
Yeah. I keep seeing people allude to. I don't want to get into leaks or nothing like that, but like I did see people allude to her character not being who we thought she was.
I keep seeing that too, but I don't know what that means all the way.
Me neither.
So I don't
know what that means all the way.
I do keep saying they do, and if the rumors of that are true, they're saying it's someone that's like kind of known in the comics. Not like it's about to be someone extremely big. You know what I'm saying? But someone that comic people would know a lot. Like
I'm not familiar. Like does the name?
Oh, you gonna say it?
I'll say it. We got Jam here. He's the comic guy.
Go ahead.
The perfect time to ask. Yep. Does the name Anel?
Is it Anel or is it Abigail? It's Abigail something.
Abigail.
I've heard the Abigail brand, but I heard the Abigail brand, John, but this is somebody else. I've seen people say, bro, she married Marvel in the comics, and she had a baby with Marvel.
Oh, yo. You see it, mind blown.
Yeah.
I don't know her name off the top of my head, but I know what she looks like. And I could dead see that.
The reason why they're saying that is because I guess they had pictures of like she posted a picture of like some behind the scenes, like some of the props and stuff from the show, like in a wig. I don't know if you look like you can surprise at this.
I'm lost right now.
It was a picture from Amelia Clark of one of the wigs that she wears during the joint, and the name said that name.
Ooh.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
And you said Marvel, and I don't even know. You know what I mean? But that connects to the Captain Marvel thing again.
Yeah.
So that like, but I need to understand.
I mean, I don't think it'll be that because Marvel was a woman in the joint. Like they can still be together.
Right.
She was older,
older. But it could have
Kree.
a connection to it though, right? Is what I'm saying.
It could. I'm definitely thinking
the Kree Skrull War is huge. You know what I'm saying? The Kree Skrull War in the comics is huge. I mean, that goes off to like, intergalactic stuff with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the X-Men, and mutants. So like, it could just that's why when I first seen Captain Marvel, I'm like, where are they gonna go with this? Which
no, please find
for me, it's a little bit, please. Yo, I'll give y'all another theory that I seen. What if the Nick Fury we're seeing is a Skrull?
I saw that, and the only reason I want to debunk it, but I think it would be crazy though, because then it's like it adds more confusion. So that would be kind of fire. But my thing is, the only reason I can't see it all the way is because he looks so afraid. Like, why are you afraid if you've never seen anything like this and never known anything about this?
Lost Maria,
right? Like, bro, why would you be a Skrull to your best friend? That's a Skrull Talos telling him that he create. Like, it's like, But if so, it would be dope because it's like, oh, nah, you want some secretive stuff. Like, you probably connected to somebody we don't even, maybe it's not even Gravik. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he would be doing.
Oh, I just seen what you sent me, bro. I just seen what you sent me.
Wait, now I got to see it. Hold up.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
It could be, wait, what? Wait,
and
that's the mom of Hulkling?
That could lead into...
She's the mom of Hulkling?
I was just about to say, that could lead into Hulkling, bro.
Bro, people just said yesterday... Wait. What's our man's? Alex
Perez from Cosmic Circle.
He said Hulkling's coming yesterday or today. Like, no joke. I can pull it up.
I mean, it all depends on where it...
Young Avengers, though.
Okay.
But that just literally said leading into Young Avengers, though.
Look,
why are you skeptical?
I'm still...
Because we don't know.
This is
grain of salt.
People push it out there.
Rumors,
I mean,
leaks,
they do got pictures. It's kind of receipts there. They kind of got some...
But you never know.
Connecting dots. So
right.
I'm not...
That could also be something before they cut it.
I don't want to do some stuff like that and get my hopes up, and then they don't do it.
You ain't never lied, bro. Because I remember the whole rumor...
the Young Avengers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you out, bro. Because it was just the same concept of like... What's the girl Quake that they said that was supposed to be in here? There was rumors that she was going to be in it, but they cut that. So this could easily be something that was before. You know what I mean? We don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
We have no idea. So I'm with you, grain of salt, but.
And they to piggyback off that, that could be the Marvels like leading into some Young Avengers stuff with Kamala, the Hulkling type. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Oh,
because the MCU has always said to go to the next.
The post credit scene.
You doing stuff? We gonna get in trouble, Kevin. I just want to work with y'all. I don't want to get sniped. You just I won't say no more leaks ever again. But you just come on, just help us. Because that connects, bro. Like, do you know? We'll tell you off the pod because we don't want to ruin stuff for people. Young Avengers might connect to
the Marvels.
That's what I'll say.
The post credit scene.
You getting more specific? Yes. But we'll leave it at that. Actually, we don't want to.
Snipers about to
I know, bro. They about to come. They about to come. I already hear somebody at the door. I'm about to. All right, we'll go on to the next thing. But still, Marvel. Whoa, that was too many theories for my brain.
Yo, word.
All right, now Deadpool 3. everybody knows about this at this point, but we get to talk about it. Gotta break it in. Yeah. Oh, you go ahead then, X-Men. X-Men Savant.
So Deadpool 3.
Yes.
Obviously, we've been talking about Deadpool 3 for like the past 6
years.
episodes. Yeah, but like the past 5, 6 episodes, Deadpool's been in the thumbnail.
It's not our fault, by the way. They literally keep giving us something every week. So just putting that out there.
Right. So this past week, we got the first picture of Wolverine on set in the yellow and blue classic Wolverine costume. Man, that kind of set the internet on fire.
Did you break a little bit?
I thought it was fake when I first seen it, bro.
I feel that.
It was the first thing I seen when I woke up in the morning.
Yeah, me
like,
too. It was the first
I'm like,
thing.
am I dreaming?
Went on Twitter, boom, it's right there. I'm like, what is that? No,
and
you're
then I'm
right.
like, bro, is it fake? I'm like, this
ain't no way.
Right. I'm like, this CGI, this AI or something. This ain't real.
Right, can't believe everything you see. Scrolls is around.
Then I seen Hugh Jackman posted it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
We doing this.
And you know he be doing stuff.
We doing
probably, do y'all think they let him? Was he supposed to post that?
I think so.
So why they giving it all out? That's kind of a topic.
They might be trying to get in front, bro, because you see all the pictures coming out now. It's like we might as well,
right? Because they're like, if it's going to get leaked, let's just purposely do it.
Right.
Okay.
You know, they even dropped the high res. They never shoot on set. They never shoot on set for real. Like, and Marvel Studios, they always like take it to like a known disclosed location. True. So this is like one of the first, well, not one of the first times, but like one of the more recent times where they was on set. And people was catching photos. So I agree with Zen. They probably was just trying to get it in front of it before all of the leaked photos and stuff started coming out.
Yeah, true. That's why they be having people on like the stuff. Like they said, what's her name? Emilia Clarke. That was in Secret Invasion. They said to hide from leaks, they made her wear a robe at certain parts of like just the set, just walking around so she couldn't be seen. So I'm like, the fact that they got to do that much, and in this movie they're just like, here, it's definitely for you know what I'm saying, because it's like that's one of the reveals that we wanted in the trailer. Maybe not. You know what I mean?
Like, I kind of would have been cool if we never seen it.
If we never saw it to the movie,
and
we would have broke.
In the movie and I would have been fine with that.
Honestly, we still gonna scream. Let's be real. But like,
course,
it's still like,
yeah.
Because I
we
think
gonna scream even more when we see him with the cow, with the mask.
You ain't never lied, bro.
And I also think
gonna go crazy.
He's not the only one that's gonna be more comic book accurate.
It's
and I feel like
be
that's also
everybody.
gonna be
that's
also gonna get people.
Everybody.
Like if James Marsden pull up with the blue Cyclops
or
Halle Berry got
the yellow and the yellow. I need Halle Berry with the white.
With the white on. Like, are we going? I mean, come on,
bro. I'm about to cry right now. I'm about to
get back.
I can't do this. Can it come out today? Oh my God, the writer's strike. We gonna talk about that. When I seen
it, that's the first thing I said. I said, "This is all I wanted since I was a childhood."
No,
like,
seriously.
I'm about to cry. Like, this is literally all I've ever wanted.
This is nuts. So we're really getting all this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, leaked pictures came out. So now the suit is out there. Some of the other leaked pictures. Let me go to it real quick so I can have. Is it the first one? Cool. Thank you, good sir. Yeah. They are fighting. Deadpool and Wolverine are fighting in a couple of the shots, and not even just fighting. Wolverine is getting that ass. It seems. It's like pretty bad. It looks
bro,
like.
I seen one shot
in the head.
And then I seen one shot when he had his arm. He just had a.
He just had a piece of his arm.
Yeah.
That's real Deadpool of him, though. That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a wild movie. And to get into the last part of the dropped, what would I say, leaked photos or whatever the case, and a apocalyptic, I got to say the word right, 20th Century Fox logo was on the set of Deadpool 3.
Like
also,
it's broken and like it looked like. And this is a theory everybody been throwing out there.
And
but
that's a theory. You funny.
I might believe it though. I think I kind of believe it.
That's because y'all leakers be saying stuff.
But no, they're saying low key this could be the Void, like from Loki. It's
too obvious.
Yeah, like why would that?
The
be
way
there?
it's shaped, it's just like it looks like it's sunken in the ground, like the big head.
Yeah.
Like what was that? I know what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
Ant-Man, the bulls.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I seen that. I also seen that if it's not the Void, that it could be the was it the Days of Future Past or something, that apocalyptic world from that joint.
Point.
And I didn't even think of that when somebody seen that or said that online. I'm like, yo, like I could see that too. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whichever or either or. But I agree with. I think it's more of the TVA, the Void, because we know Miss Minutes and Mobius, Owen Wilson's going to be in it. So.
Yeah, that's like the obvious one for that, right? To
choose.
But even if honestly, but you never know, because I heard another thing that said that this entire movie might take place during all of the X-Men movies.
The original 3, right?
Yes, during that time. So if true, I don't know. You never know, and I don't honestly. I don't know what to expect, even though we're expecting everything they're telling us. at this point. You know, like with the actual plot, we just know people that are in it. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Nah,
facts. And them leaks that came out, like, I ain't mean to cut you off, bro, but them leaks that came out, I'm seeing like now people saying like, I don't know if that's even it no more. So like, who knows what this joint is really gonna be?
Never know. What are we gonna say?
I think the only thing I'm expecting is in that fight where Wolverine and Deadpool are going at it. I just have a feeling Deadpool is not even trying to fight him. Like he's like, yo, like
I could actually,
you know who you are, like you my man. Like what's going on with you? And Logan's like awesome, rah, like I'm trying to get in that type shit.
I could see that, but also, you got my brain going. This is why we can't. Jam theory, man. I can't now. My brain doing stuff because this is good though. Because the more you said that, I'm like, wait a second. Wolverine never had that suit, so right? Okay, you see where I'm going though, right?
You never watched the Wolverine.
I know about the suit. I know about that. That's not my point. We've never seen him put on the suit, and didn't he say something like next time or something? When he sees the suit, right? His next time, right? So, but that's my point. We never seen this man they're going to show us him get the suit, right?
I don't know about that.
You think he's the first time he see Wolverine pop up, he got the suit on? I do not see that.
See, I don't want to get into these, but I do feel like they just going to throw us into a place where it's this Wolverine already is that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it's going to be some...
Because if that's true, then what Jam is saying, that's 100% correct.
Yeah.
That easily...
I feel like
Deadpool would just be like, oh yeah, Wolverine. And the Wolverine's like...
these people already. Like, they're already going to be on that type time. That history is already there.
I agree, but I hear what you're saying with the leaks, bro, but it's interesting because remember they keep also saying that there might be more than one version of Wolverine?
Yeah.
Right? Like multiple
variants.
Right, variants, right? If that's true, they said that there's one from the world that they about to go to that's leaked. So that means he a different one. So where the hell he get his suit?
Again, he's probably from a universe also.
So you think they took this Wolverine from a different universe and then that they go to another universe? I don't know. That's what it seems. Maybe. It just sounds like it's all possible. I don't know. I
feel like it's all
that's
possible.
My point though. It's like we don't.
Because I feel like all those X-Men, like if that's what they're saying is going to happen, I feel like those are different universes. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same X-Men that we've seen before. They're going to be played by the same characters, but I feel like their history is
I agree.
Different.
Yeah.
Like especially if we get Channing Tatum,
like Gambit,
or we get Daredevil, they never interacted before in that universe. You know what I mean? So like. I feel like that might be some type of different.
No, you spitting, but that's what I keep thinking about the people that they're about to head into. Like, all of those people are from this universe. Mm-hmm. Him, I want to know where he's from.
Okay. I feel like we do where we will learn that.
Yeah, like probably early though. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But that's true. Remember they were saying it's not going to deal with Logan, but it is, and it's not. Now they got pictures of him. Do you see the pictures of him on set where he's in Logan?
That kind of
the gray hair.
But so that's what I was about.
I'm like, what's going on?
Like, if Logan, because they said that when they had that first sit down when Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds was on the couch, they said nothing of this movie is going to take away from Logan. That Logan's story is still like the ending of Hugh Jackman's character. And then Logan, Wolverine or Logan says, he's like, what do you expect me to have like on some like he hates all heroes in like super tight tights. But in this movie, he got the
so I'm like, got it.
I'm agreeing with Zen. It has to be like
multiple
variants of something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's the only way to use, because they can use some of the Logan like that character, but if it's a different version of it, it gives him an out. Like, we're not messing with that. But this version, he does still exist.
And it ties into Deadpool too. At the end of that movie, he was over here killing off timelines. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going through different timelines, and that could probably be how Deadpool 3 starts. Is like the TVA's like, oh, wait a minute, what are you doing?
I think that's probably
why are you going through different timelines, smoking people? Like, relax. That's
because he definitely was just doing that. No, seriously.
And it was violent. It's like, yo, this is the Disney timeline. We don't really get into that, sir. Like,
they gotta hit that.
He bringing all the violence,
bro. I told you I can't wait for the Disney jokes too. That's gonna the fact that they put the 21st century John. I'm like, y'all doing stuff. But y'all doing?
Like, I feel like he about to get
he about to kill Mickey Mouse.
Some stuff off. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like some real heavy jokes.
Yeah.
I feel like they will.
I don't know.
The boy that plays
Mickey Mouse.
I don't know.
I don't know about that, but they might.
That's all. I don't know.
Now you know what? I need the meme of Mickey Mouse with the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's what I'm saying. Something like that. Like that can easily happen. Somebody said the Wolverine. Y'all know the Wolverine meme where he looks sad and he's looking at the picture.
Yeah,
they said we need that too. Like there's too much, bro. Also, there's apparently like a picture that's been going around of Taylor Swift dressed up as Deadpool in full costume before,
Yeah.
like with the mask, and they're like, now we need another variant. I'm like, you know what? Give it to me. I want all of it now. So at this point,
Taylor Swift Deadpool will be
kind of tough. And she's like Gwenpool or something. She blind.
Or something like that.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. And I know we don't try to curse too much, but I'm gonna need, if my man come back as Stryker, Logan Roy, I'm gonna need him to fuck off. You know? I'm gonna need it for the one time. It don't even got to be to Tom, but I'm gonna need him to say it, bro. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. Yeah, we'll tell you off the pod. You
think we'll get a Sabretooth?
Honestly, I think that's easy. I think that because I keep hearing there's multiple villains. That might not mean like for the movie. You know what I'm trying to say? There might be multiple villains we've seen before in the movie. Doesn't mean that they're going to be like the main whatever. People have been saying my time to shine. They said that is going to be a familiar face. The villain, whoever the actual villain is a familiar face. So
I'm gonna say this: I really want, because the movie's supposed to be based off of like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, right?
Yes, mixed with what though? It's like mixed with something. Mixed with
like with
help me.
Ultimatum.
There we go. Mixed with Ultimatum. It's both. Like yeah.
What I would love to see is, because at the end of Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, he sees the comic creators and he talks to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would just love if Kevin Feige's in the movie, not like in She-Hulk. It's the Kevin,
right? The actual Kevin.
It's Ryan Reynolds and Kevin, just like
so
like you know. What I'm saying?
That'd be tough.
Just a nice little subtle hint to the Deadpool kills the Marvel universe comic. You know, they just adaptations. They're not obviously the comic, but I think that'll be so. That would honestly be so dope.
Even just a look. We don't ever got to see Kevin in the movie again, because I know he probably don't want to do it. You know, but just get him. I think if anybody can convince him to do it, it's Ryan.
And
it'll be Ryan Reynolds.
And there's some X-Men stuff. You know how he feel about the
X-Men. Come on, right?
Bro.
Like, oh man, he probably want to hang out on set, and they just gonna get him. He like, you pulled up, so.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what I mean?
You know, we got the writer's strike, but let me just write you in right quick.
Then he bring the snipers in. He's like, I got him on speed dial. Don't do that. All right, Deadpool talk. That was fun. Yeah, all right, where we at next?
Deadpool all the time.
Right, Deadpool.
Kevin probably got an actual Iron Man suit, low key. And
I wouldn't be surprised. No joke, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, nice. Switching over to DC for a sec. With all these announcements going on, there are more announcements about James Gunn's DC, and specifically Superman Legacy. We basically just, did we talk about the official
We talked
casting?
about David Corenswet.
We did, right? Okay.
We talked about Rachel Brosnahan.
Say less. So now there are more people, and I do not want to get anyone's name wrong. Please don't be mad at me if I do. Isabella Merced, right, as Hawk Girl. I personally know her from, I know she was like the live action Dora. I just never saw her. But she's also in another really big John, like, I don't know, like one of them Charlie Angels type. It's like she's in something else really big though. So I've seen her before. Yeah. Then I don't want to get this wrong. It's either Eddie or Edie. Gathegi. I don't want to get your name wrong.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Edie, I'm sorry. He was Darwin in First Class.
There we go. Yes.
He's an elite actor, bro.
Yeah, he's good. And I honestly think I've seen him in something else too. So I'm excited about that. And he's playing Mr. Terrific. And then we got Nathan Fillion as, I said that right? As Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
And
thank you for pulling up the other one. My guy, yes. And Anthony Carrigan.
Yes.
Carrigan will star as Metamorpho as well.
He was Zaz in Gotham.
That's what it was. Is he really, bro? Because I know him from Barry. That's crazy. He's in Gotham.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Wow.
He's
who is he in Gotham? Who is he in Gotham?
The best.
Victor Zaz.
Zaz. I think that's the most elite casting out of all of them so far.
Yeah, even if you look at the picture and like he's current as well and really good. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's my favorite, honestly.
Yeah. So how you guys?
Do y'all feel like we'll get the Terrifics?
That's what somebody
movie. We got half of them. We got half of them already.
Here's my.
What's the other half? I don't know nothing about the Terrifics. So put me on.
So we got Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho. You know, Metamorpho kind of is like an anti-hero. He goes back and forth. Sometimes he's a good guy.
We don't know much. You got to speak to us.
Come to the DC stuff.
Yeah. Like, you can even break him down. Like, what's his powers? What's his thing? He looks trippy.
Like Element Man. He can basically turn into these elements and like import his body into elements. Like,
that's kind of
he's elite, bro. Yeah,
and him playing him, that's kind of, I see it.
But it's more so. It's not really. I don't want to say. It's more like the periodic table.
Type
elements.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then Mr. Terrific is the smartest man in the DC universe. Like Batman times 1,000 type vibes. Wow. Like he has like these T-spheres and then this mask, which basically can do pretty much whatever he needs it to do. I always like to say, think of Mr. Fantastic with I can't think of a tech person that's not having a suit though for Marvel, but like somebody like maybe like I can't say Doom or Tony Stark. I just say his IQ is on that level of Mr. Fantastic with the tech of maybe like Wakanda type vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of
I get it.
Mr. Terrific is bro, to have him in the DCU is like, for me, is like, I'm really excited because he's been somebody I wanted to see live action for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of people have been mentioning Mr. Terrific for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, Hawk Girl is another one. Like, shout out to the Latinos, you know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Like, to see her live action. I grew up with DC stuff, like, the Batman animated show, Superman animated show, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. So to see all of this come to fruition is it's just huge to me because I'm actually finally getting it. We've seen Marvel kick DC's butt in movies for so long. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to answer your questions, then the Terrifics is basically Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, and then I always butchered his character's name. I don't remember her name, but it's like a girl who basically has the powers, kind of like I would say she has a suit and it kind of gives her powers. Let's just call it like that, basically a spade to spade. Okay. Unless they change her, for the DCU, of course. But But I'm kind of thinking that we're going to get them. We got half of them already. So
right, no, seriously. And I could easily see Plastic Man being a person that James Gunn wants to make a character live action.
You feel me?
Easily so. No, I honestly think we would. Now, in this movie is the only thing. I don't know if we'll get him in this movie. I think he's putting all these characters in here just to literally like them to be pieces of paint on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like they're there to just be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Living in this world that Superman is now. We're about to see the story of him.
I don't think they're going to be any origin stories at all for them.
Exactly. That's why I think they picked, what's his name? Nathan
Fillion?
Yeah, as an older one so that we can get a younger Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? They said that he's going to be Green Lantern, and he's going to be there for a long time.
One of the Green Lanterns.
Exactly, so that's what I'm saying.
I'm assuming we're going to be getting way more Green Lanterns because that's part of the slate, right? Mm-hmm. One of the Green Lanterns part of the
slate.
Lanterns,
right? That was my theory. I think I sent it in the chat too, like a voice note. But Lanterns is supposed to be Hal and John. So my theory is Hal and John are off in space doing something, and that's what. Because in the comics, Guy is the third. Well, he's technically the fourth if we count the original Green Lantern. But based off Hal and John, he's the third Green Lantern. So my theory is they out in space taking care of Green Lantern business. And Guy is now the main Green Lantern on Earth. He's a little older, and Hal could be like late or early 40s. John could be like early 30s, but that age gap works perfectly for all of them. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be huge. And I also think just to backtrack real quick, I actually think we might get Metamorpho's origin story because that was in Superman the animated show, if I'm not mistaken, or Justice League, one of the two, and it was a Superman was in the episode. So I could see that would be just dope. him as the origin story. You know what I mean? Like getting the powers and stuff. Because I don't think they would do that for Green Lantern or Hawk Girl. Like you guys said, they're probably
and they kind of were a little bit more known characters. Like
exactly.
They probably don't want that to take away from the Superman stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Right.
One thing about this joint, I got to say, not being the hugest Superman fan all the time. I love when he's on teams. Same. I love when he's around other characters that are also superpowered.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I'm excited about for this movie, just to be able to see him exist in a world where he's not the only one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of times I love him on the Justice League. Like those, like you were saying, Justice League Unlimited. Yep. I love him in those situations, like when he has to bounce off Batman and Wonder Woman. Like he's not
that dynamic between all of the characters.
Exactly, because you're Superman, but I'm who I am too. You know what I mean? So we gotta coexist.
Talk to him.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that, yo.
Yeah, me too.
And seeing the people that James Gunn is casting for this, I was telling him off the pod, these names aren't the biggest names in the world, but he has an eye and for talent. Like a lot of the Guardians, they weren't known before the Guardians.
And even if they were known, it was for very specific things. It wasn't for that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So I
Who
feel
would
like
have thought Chris Pratt could be Star-Lord?
Bro.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Like Dave Bautista as Drax?
Right. We didn't even see him in many movies before then. Was that the first? I don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
seriously.
That might have actually been one of his
first
for sure.
ones.
Yeah, at least a big role. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah.
But no,
I don't remember if I told y'all this in the chat or if I said this to Dennis or just texting him. But my biggest thing is the fact that I think I said it in the chat, but this world is built around Superman being the first movie, right?
Right.
But other heroes already have existed. Like they're already there. We're not starting the origin story and trying to create a slate going forward. Like, nah, this world is we're just being thrown into the world. And for me, I kind of like that a little bit.
I think
more
it's so much better.
I think everybody getting set up, bro. Like, to me, that's so great.
It would take too long if he did it the other way. And I think he realized that. And he's like, bro, it's like.
And we've seen a lot of those stories before.
Exactly.
Honestly, like, and I like how he's populating it with lesser known people that we can like get to know going forward.
Both, right? At the same time. It's kind of perfect.
And I love, James Gunn, like, he likes to obscure. And I love that we getting a double whammy of like, Superman, we all know Superman, but we also getting Creature Commandos too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's coming like right after that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like
crazy.
He's really throwing this into this world. And I like that. You know
I like that a lot.
I like that, yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, I think people are going to be able to grow with this in a really cool way. Like, even kids having a new Superman, and they're going to have all of this. Like, we were never thrown into a world before, really. Like, for the start of any universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like, I don't think that is a thing.
Yeah.
Because we had Marvel.
Because even Marvel, it started with Iron Man.
Exactly.
You know
Everyone got an origin. Everybody gets an origin. Think about it. They get shows now or a whole movie. But so this is really different. It's going to be cool to see. But one other thing I want to say about it, unless it's the same kind of point, but I just think it's cool that since he is bringing it into people that he. Oh wait, I think I'm going to lose it, y'all.
Yeah.
Damn, because you were saying something, then it threw me off. Yeah. Boo. Forget it.
All right.
We're on to SAG.
All right. But yeah, I am excited for Superman Legacy.
Nah, like a lot.
Yeah. Way more than
if
I
I could say one last thing about
ahead,
Superman Legacy.
please. Maybe it'll remind me of my damn thought.
I just told this to Dennis today, and look, don't kill me. Do not kill me. Anybody that's watching, y'all too. Look,
you better not say what I think you about to say.
Oh, what?
I'm actually really excited more for the James Gunn DCU right now, at least, than what we got coming from the MCU personally, because I feel like, kind of Dennis made that point in the chat the other day, but like this would like Secret Invasion was supposed to be that banger, like that really like grabbed us, and with Kang Dynasty and Fantastic Four and all of that stuff that's so far out, it's like, and James Gunn is giving us all of the information from the DCU. It's like. I'm excited to actually see a world like find like us getting that, opposed to we kind of know. Not saying we know where the MCU is going, but like we kind of have
what's
already
going
stuff
on
from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing I could say I'm honestly excited for, not only thing, but like more than DC would be Deadpool 3. That's really. But James Gunn's DCU is. I'm so excited, y'all.
It's also because it's new too. It's
True.
like fresh. It's like
recency bias. You
yeah,
know?
and that's kind of what I was trying to hopefully get to with we're getting thrown into this world thing. It's just like, bro, we've never seen this version of any superhero thing where we're already there. You know what I mean? At least with characters that we like and know already. Like it's a Superman movie, but people doing it's like, what? And he's a younger Superman? It's like, all right, this is actually kind of new when you think about it. It's just a fresh take. And I finally found it. Thank you, Jam. What I was going to make reference to, the only time that we've had something like this ever before was in Marvel when they made Spider-Man be in Civil War. And remember the way that they did the origin? We didn't see the origin because we already know Spider-Man, and it was low-key perfect for all of us because it was like he mentioned Uncle Ben real quick. He mentioned this and that. And we were like, oh, he already Spider-Man. We good. Right.
Would you, to play devil's advocate, would you...
You talking about Homecoming?
No, I agree with you on that. But I was going to say,
you.
would you, not the only character, would you say T'Challa and Daredevil would be kind of the same then? I know Daredevil, we had his show from Netflix, but...
Yeah, I would say Daredevil, because of the Netflix thing. That was a lot of time before. For Black Panther, I'm not saying that only because Spider-Man, we've seen a billion versions of Spider-Man is what I was saying.
That's fair.
This is the first time that we're thinking when we see Spider-Man, because remember, we all knew he was going to be in that movie. It was told and it was in the trailers, but we didn't know how they were going to do it. So a lot of people were like, a third one, bro? Like, damn, like already? Like some people were kind of away about how he was going to come in.
So like Andrew wasn't that wasn't that far.
He was not liked at that
lot,
time. Yeah,
but no, also that wasn't that much time between those.
That's
movies.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
It was
like
like
too
a year
fresh.
or two.
When Andrew was
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the MCU was existed.
Yes.
The MCU was still actually I think it might have been like
Yeah.
maybe Thor.
There
or
was
like,
rumors they were going to try to link him, and they just never did it.
Yeah.
That's my whole
and they
point.
never did it.
So then when we saw it, it was this new kid that we didn't know, and when we got introduced to him, remember
That's a good
you
point.
see that Iron Man, because Iron Man pulls up on him, and he's like, you know, it's far back, so sorry, y'all. But he shows him clips that he got of him.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they
Yeah.
already giving you the origin in 30 seconds. Like we've never seen
yeah.
that specifically before. You know what I'm saying?
I got
Where it's a
you.
character
Yeah.
we know, and they flip us into this new version of it, and we're good already. Like you don't even need to. You know what I mean?
Which I side note,
Yeah.
not to jump in, John, but I do think that's how they're gonna do Fantastic Four. That's what it sounds like. That they're kind of just gonna throw us.
Throw us
agree.
in, and again, I think it's smarter when it's characters that we've seen a bunch of times. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
bro, how you going to make it different? That's exactly why what we're saying with Superman is like good idea. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yep.
Cool, man. Superman. Look at James Gunn doing stuff.
Right.
All right, now sad news. The depressing news. Should have did this first. Jeez. SAG-AFTRA, that's how you say it?
Yes.
Right? Is officially going on strike. This is the first time both the actors and the writers are on strike in over 60 years. That is insanity. Let's get more into it before we talk about it. During the SAG-AFTRA strike, actors will not be allowed to, I'm sorry, that's it. During, right? Yeah. Actors will not be allowed to film any movie and TV production. 2, take part in any press junkets or film premieres, and 3, promote anything at SDCC and will be advised not to attend at all. Do we have crying noises?
Do we got?
I don't
know if that was
that's fitting.
appropriate, but
That's fitting.
yeah, okay.
That's how we
Nah,
feel.
that was fitting. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that-
like it's just
Oh no, not
that. No, that's how. At least sarcastically to the rich people. Yes. Because hey, man, look, I'm not in y'all rich people's pockets. I'm not even trying to pocket watch, but y'all got a lot of money, man. Just like feed these
hold
people's
up.
families.
Let me
bro.
find
Like,
because
what
there's a
we
few
doing?
other tweets from this because like.
Oh
all right.
yeah, you want to get the nasty
Yeah,
stuff in there?
yeah. Or if you want to find it, I'll go.
No, it's in there. I think I put it in there, bro.
Okay, because obviously the writers have been striking for some time now. Like it's been a little bit, and we see what they've been going through, and I feel like the actors striking kind of been looming. Like everybody's been like, all right,
Hinting
the
to
actors
it.
strike. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actors strike is going to get crazy. Da, da,
Yep,
da, da.
yep.
So now we're finally here, and like I follow some actors on my timeline. Like they're not the biggest actors in the world. Like they're more like on like a smaller scale. But just to be able to see them tweet kind of through the night into the morning, because they said like, yo, if the deal don't get reached by like 11:59 p.m., it's on. And then they were like waiting. It was like, all right, we don't know exactly what's gonna, because it's protocol. Like they still like whoever the heads of the like SAG has to still meet with this head of the studios and like, all right, y'all really not. Just to confirm, like, yo, y'all really
not doing this?
Doing
Yeah.
this? Okay, then yeah, it's official. Let everybody know it's on and popping. But man, this ain't really good, man. This is a bad
It's
joint.
actually horrible. It's bad.
Like-
for everybody, for the
Facts.
fans, for the people that it actually is involving. Like every single side of this, it sucks.
Yeah,
You know.
because it's
I
like
got a question for Zen. You might, because you seem like you know. How does this work for stuff that was already in production? Like, can the actors still not go to film it, or can they like? Wow,
everything
okay.
that's like Deadpool right
This
now.
is-
Deadpool, we've been seeing all this Deadpool stuff.
They got a halt.
That's a dub right now.
Yep, everything.
And so they get
And
everything
is it
figured
only
out.
for people that are on the strike, like is like a part of the union, or is
Yes.
it for everything?
Yeah,
It is, but a lot of people are
They
on
don't
the
they
union
don't-
though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
I don't
thing.
think you're allowed to. I think certain joints you're not even allowed to. They won't even hire anybody not
in
a
the
part of
union,
it.
Oh
right?
wow!
Because it's like, yo,
Company stuff.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, because you know. So yeah, like it's
It's a strike.
it's
strike.
all a
It's
dub,
real-
yeah. Because
real
you know
big
people
time.
they don't want to cross picking lines and stuff like that. So it's a dub until they get it figured out.
And honestly,
And we've been
So
hearing
is it
some
like-
nasty things from like some of
Yeah.
the head people. Like, so I'm gonna
He
read
got
one of
this
the
quote.
quotes.
It's really nasty.
This is
Oh,
towards the
yeah.
writers, but like this is just showing you like where the mindset is at from the I guess the higher ups. They said studio exec said the end game is to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses.
like Jesus Christ, that is nasty.
Yeah, and I want
They're
to
trying
find
to attack these people's livelihood.
I want to find the Bob Iger tweet.
Oh,
Hold
Jesus.
on.
Forgot about the Bob
Oh,
Iger
he
shit.
came out today and said,
Oh
I seen
man,
that
I
one,
want to.
man.
Oh man, I don't want to ruin my Disney collab, but here we go. Here we go.
Let me find it.
Because it was bad. It was bad. I'm like,
It was very bad,
bro.
And I rock with Bob. I'm like,
Me
Bob, what you
too,
doing?
dog.
You was the one that include like diversity
Literally.
to
Come on,
Disney,
man.
bro. Like,
It's that.
don't do this to me.
That money, man.
It's really, and it's look like y'all said, it's looking ugly, bro.
It
And
is.
does that mean like what we have like that's supposed to come out like on television or movies? Like,
Unless if it was already done. If it was
okay.
already like literally
So
like
a year from now, if this is still going, we're not gonna have nothing to watch.
nothing
bro.
to
Like,
watch. Literally nothing to watch.
yo,
Yeah. And they said that the last time this happened, some TV things were so bad. Like you can look up, like there was threads that was coming out when this was being talked about the last couple of weeks, and they were saying how a lot of like late night like Stephen Colbert, Conan, those types of people, right? The stuff that they had to do live, they were literally like playing card games on their shows and stuff. And it was the most entertaining things that were being at the time because they were making people at home feel connected and but that's what they resulted to. Yeah.
dude, the last time they were both on strike, the writers as well as the actors, my mom was 4. My mom was 64. Okay,
Bro,
Dog.
like that's so weird in theory, right? Like
to
in
think
concept.
about, like to think.
Oh
you
my
feel me?
God.
Like,
All right, so I got a quote from Bob Iger. He is the head of Disney right now. So this is Bob Iger on the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strike. He's speaking on the actors and the writers.
Don't look at me,
There's a
Bob.
level of expectation that they have that is just not realistic, and they are adding to the set of the challenges that this business is already facing that is quite frankly very disruptive. So yeah.
We gonna need somebody with some cameras to be in these rooms. What's the numbers looking like? What's going on? Why can't y'all come together?
Yeah.
like, yeah, are they really asking for
Like
more?
it's probably
than what,
not,
like,
bro. They probably just want to like have a living, like just like just respect me.
I seen
And give us
a
some
lady
like
on.
working livable wage.
That's
You
what
feel
I'm saying.
Like,
Like,
we
Pay
need
pay
to
me
live
what
on
is
this
actually
stuff.
deserved. A lot of people work on this stuff, bro.
And I feel
Y'all
like
make
the
meals.
influx of streaming, man. I've been trying to like find out more information about like really what's the fight about. And I know like the influx of streaming content definitely is a big part of it. Like
That makes
just,
sense, though.
Just that the amount of work. Cause like, bro,
New
we
shows
into
come out
movies
every
and
day.
shows, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Bro.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Every streaming
Bro.
service has got their hits. They got, and then it's the sleepers on certain networks and stuff
Yep.
that they got their stuff. Then you got, it's a lot, bro. It's just a lot. And I just feel like that's definitely a big part of that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to read one more quote real quick.
Okay.
Before
They're gonna have to cut down.
This is also from Bob Iger, and this is directed at Marvel, and it's very interesting. This
Oh,
is
no.
kind of this is new stuff. So
Oh
yeah.
no,
So
I don't know about this one. I'm sorry.
Disney CEO Bob
Me
Iger
neither.
says the influx of Marvel Studios content ended up taxing our people. Not only did they increase their movie output, but they ended up making a number of television series, and frankly, it diluted focus and attention.
Wait, I have to say something before we even get into it. That I don't want to get in trouble with Bob. Bob, this is not personal. I'm playing devil's advocate. Didn't all of that happen because who was here before Bob that we did not like and we said bye bye? Who was here before Bob?
Something's
Chapek,
right?
Chapek.
Yeah.
K-Pet, yeah.
He told them to make all them shows. Am I wrong? Am I making this up? Didn't we hear that he was like pushing them to make a bunch of TV shows?
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
how you gonna blame Kevin? That's not Kevin's fault.
To be fair,
You think?
to play devil,
Please,
to play, I guess
devil to the
I'll
devil.
play
Go
Jesus
ahead.
Advocate.
There we go.
Jesus advocate.
I love that. Yes, yes.
Listen, didn't Kevin? I mean, before even Disney Plus was a thing, we used to get like 2 or 3 projects from Marvel Studios a year, right? Like,
It was at one point it was 3 to 4 movies a year. At first, it used to be 2 to 3 movies a year. No
Okay.
shows ever though, because that had nothing to
No
do
show,
with
right,
actual Disney and Marvel. Right.
so
Now
I,
we
I
get
feel
like
like
6.
I could
though.
understand Bob's point of view when it comes to the Marvel thing, but like ZENN and like you guys said that it was the guy before, like the CEO right before Bob. That was the whole point that y'all got Bob back to try to get everything back in line. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of wiggetry going on, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's a
it
lot
is.
of
It is.
And I got one more quote.
Oh
And this-
no, they gotta stop talking.
yo.
Is this Bob again?
It's Bob again. Yes. He must have did an interview.
Who
for it, so-
interviewed Bob?
But this is something we already knew, but this is him actually like saying it,
Confirming it.
giving him more information. So Bob Iger says Disney is slowing down when it comes to making films and TV series for Marvel Studios and Lucasfilms. You pull back not just to focus, but also as part of our cost containment initiative, spending less on what we make and making less.
So,
just trying to cut costs.
You said spending less and then making less?
I think he's saying not money making, like making less things, like literally creating less
okay,
things.
okay.
I assume, because otherwise, why?
No, I think that's what
he meant, right?
Spending less money on what they actually make and making less
like quantity. Yeah. Honestly, y'all starting
to
sound
knew that
like
already. Kevin said that, and
it just might be hit even more. Because remember, we didn't even hear what their new version of those plans were. We just heard pushbacks. Remember, a bunch of stuff got delayed. That's all that happened. Yeah. We didn't actually hear any of them Jones got like canceled or fully like 3-year delay. Some of these Jones might we might see like 2 projects next year.
Yeah,
one. We're gonna get one movie and one. Disney
I think it also depends on what Disney themselves is putting out, because they own a lot now. That's the point of what he's saying. Like they got the 20th Century John, they got Lucasfilms, they got Disney, but there's Pixar. You know what I'm saying? But
National
the thing is,
Geographic.
bro, we really getting into business stuff right now. But it's interesting because Disney is losing money also on their original content, which people. Y'all know how we discuss sometimes how people don't want the reboots and stuff? Like they didn't want the live action Little Mermaid and all that. Cool. But y'all pay for them Jones. They make millions of dollars, some of the most money that they make. And then when they drop new original Jones like Strange World or somebody help me. They drop like 3 new Jones.
I even throw the Crater
Lightyear too.
And even like I don't know if you peep Crater.
They took it off they Jones.
It just came out in May.
Bro.
It came out in May and they took it off Disney Plus, bro.
It's a kid Jones.
No, Kid Cudi's in that Jones.
Yeah, and it don't look bad. It looks for kids, but it's not bad. It's like a space, like these kids are on space.
Yeah,
it's like a live action John. Yeah. And one of the kids is from that show. It's like a Netflix Black family show, Family Reunion.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is kind of dope. Like for kids, I didn't even get to watch it because they took it off. So I'm like, bro, I hear you, Bob, but it's also like Marvel making money, like crazy money. Most of y'all think, outside of Avatar, right?
To get into the business side of things, do you think this happened because of like during COVID, everything was on Disney Plus, like or Max, like you could just go straight into the streaming sites, and I feel like maybe we should kind of. I don't know how y'all feel. I love going to the movies, right? But sometimes I might just want to chill in the crib and watch it at the crib. Like maybe you could kind of give that formula back, like just pay the extra $30 to watch it in the crib, or
true, right? Maybe just
both.
Do the you know, it's great. This is gonna get interesting because I don't even want to snitch on stuff. But, like having Fire Sticks and stuff, like
you gotta
bro. Sorry, man. I ain't trying to mess up nothing. You trying not even talk about it. You know what I'm trying to say though, right? I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to be so. I know, bro. I'm trying to just be honest as possible. Like Amazon allow that to go through. Like Amazon know that they do that. So for me, if millions of people have the option to watch stuff for free, bro, it don't even matter what we talking about. Nothing. Like none of this matters. If I can just go home and wait to watch it, y'all gonna lose money either way because it's more comfortable. I'm in my home. Like it is what it is. So I don't know how they're going to fix it because all of these problems we talking about connect to all of these problems that lead back to the strike. Like seriously, all of this matters. So, bro, you can allude a lot of this to even the music streaming wars. That made the way that we think about things change, bro. Once we had a million albums every week,
if we gonna go there,
come on, talk about it.
I honestly feel like the streaming model devalued everything. Content.
Literally, art is like what was one of the highest things ever.
To me, it started in music, right? The devaluation of music, like as a art form, that streaming did that. But now we're seeing it with film, with movies and film and stuff like that. People not wanting to pay the people what they're worth, and because it's like we're just pumping out so much.
We need you.
Right,
but
and
you're not paying
this flat rate for all this content, and it's crazy. Like you're not getting that on return. You know what I mean? Like.
Just so
it's not balancing out,
and they're saying
it's all media, it's all entertainment too. Like one area that it hasn't hit yet, which is kind of weird because y'all know me, I'm big into gaming, but gaming it hasn't really like you got PlayStation Plus, you got Game Pass for Xbox, where it's like I just pay the subscription and then I get on there and can play pretty much whatever I want. And so like the fact that I think that's a little different because with the gaming industry, it got developers and all that stuff. They already getting their money.
That's why I was wondering how that doesn't mess them up.
Like,
that makes sense.
But all other forms of like entertainment / media, like you said, Zen, it started with music and it's now trickling down. How do you course correct it at this point?
Dude, no joke.
I don't know,
can't.
bro.
You got to cold turkey shut that shit down. No joke. There's no other way,
bro. Like something's gonna happen to
drastic
to balance everything out. I feel like even music and film and TV and stuff like that.
You think even music? Because I don't even know if it's ever going to hit. I don't think they ever going to try to fix the music.
Well,
they making money.
To me, like the model, but eventually people's going to get fed up, bro. I obviously
what
you're
like
saying,
this, right?
It's just going to come in a different.
I just hope people
form.
actually move together in it like this. Because the music
but again,
industry, I never seen the music industry dip
These
like
are
that.
unions, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we don't got them, bro.
They try to unionize music, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Come on, like
but
that's what I'm saying.
It's just I don't know.
It's
Bro, it goes. I feel like it's so many different factors that get into that. You get into you get into technology being a thing where the barriers of entry are now different in so many different fields. Yeah. Like music, anybody can just pick up and go make a song.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
And post it to like
post a song, put it on all the platforms.
And now you got AI to create.
Come on, bro.
Even more of that. So
oh my God.
it's just dilution and devaluation of these art forms that we've loaded for so long. So I definitely do think like it's gonna be some interesting changes as we go forth, especially like this strike, bro. Like they said, this is the first time it's happened in 60 years, both at the same time.
Crazy.
We're gonna see something's gonna change, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Something drastic
is gonna happen or change.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote. So I seen this quote. I think about. I even told this to Dennis the other day. I don't know if y'all watch Swagger on Apple TV. It's based off like Kevin Durant's life and everything.
That's the Kevin Durant John. Okay, yeah,
it's good, bro. It's good. O'Shea Jackson, O'Shea Jackson.
Sick, he's in it.
Of course, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
There was a quote like one of the teachers was telling the kid in school, and they were talking about democracy, and he was like, "Is democracy a goal or is it a journey?" And basically, they came up with it's a journey because throughout our history, it's ever changing. I mean, if you look in the United States, we're always growing. We're always trying to make everything better for people. We'll
trying, right. But I get you in theory, yeah.
So I think about it in this aspect too, with the business on streaming and like the strike and everything. It's like it has to be a journey. It can't be a goal. It has to be an ever changing journey that we have to try to adapt and evolve with.
True.
You know what I mean? And I just wanted to leave y'all with that.
Now you spitting. I like that. Wait, you got to applaud that one. That was nice. That was a sturdy quote.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. No, that was nice.
Yeah. I liked it. This was a good talk to get into the business.
Yeah, we got deep, y'all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
But before we get out here, we definitely want to just learn more about Jam today. You know what I mean? So we know you from Dennis and working with the alternate timeline. How did y'all connect and how did y'all come up with the alternate timeline and just talk about what you do at the alternate timeline? Just let people know,
Of course. So I actually know Dennis from back in the day. We used to work together. I was his boss. Technically, I was an assistant manager, and he was the full timer at Foot Locker. We were in New York City, Times Square, House of Hoops section, and so we kind of just connected there. And we always like loved the same stuff, like basketball, music, the superhero world, and from there we just to go see movies. Like we went to go see Guardians 2 together when it came out. You know what I'm saying? I had my ex at the time. So like we always kind of just connected from there. I moved out of New York. I'm back in Virginia here now. We're like close to the fam during the pandemic. And he actually kind of just came up with this, like the alternate timeline. I seen him doing like all of this YouTube stuff. And me and him just started talking, like what we liked about the MCU, things like that. He just asked me, he's like, yo, like, you want to like join, like, and help me like take this? And I was like, heck yeah. Like, bro, I love talking about this stuff. This is what I want to do anyway. Like, and I already content create anyway, like I draw, I graphic design. And so it was kind of just like it meshed. It worked. And then from there, I basically do more comic book stuff, like everything comic related, because he gets into more of like, the TV, the movie, and then like the YouTube content. So I try to give him as much knowledge because I read. I mean, I got like a whole bookshelf up here. My comic collection is down here. Like, so I read constantly. And so I try to like keep him up to date with what's going on in current comics, but then also like, my knowledge of past stuff. And for the alternate timeline, besides the comic creation stuff, I really just do more of, besides the comic stuff, I just mainly do most of the content creation, like, not most, but like some of the like social media stuff for like Instagram, and then like trying to give him like what I would look at as a vision on the alternate timeline. Like we have like I play devil's advocate. Like if he got an idea, then I'll come up with an idea. Right. We bridge the gap together. Dope. And it kind of just works that way. Like for the most part, we've been doing it for about I want to say a year and a half now. And
awesome.
It's been rocking. It's been fun. I really enjoy it.
Dope, man.
That's awesome, man. I love what y'all doing over there, man. We've connected with Dennis just from online stuff as well, and then met you, and then we just love what y'all got going at the alternate timeline, and we support any type of way we can.
Always,
you know what I mean? Like always,
appreciate y'all.
So yeah, man. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, this question we ask comic book people
every
all the
time. I already had it ready in the tuck. It's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since you're a comic person, what is an adaptation that has not happened that you would like, Marvel or DC?
Ooh, that's crazy.
Also, I'm going to add this to the question now. We'll do. You have to pick if it's a show or a movie too. That matters.
Okay. Can I give you two?
Sure.
I'll give you a DC and a Marvel one.
That'd be great.
Sure.
DC, I would love to see The Blackest Night. I'm not going to even lie to you. We've kind of gotten, like, they tried to do a little bit of it in CW, but I think that, like, The Blackest Night would be awesome. Maybe later on in the DCU.
What's the other part of that, bro? I'm going to cut you off, but what's the other part? Isn't it, what is it? It's Darkest Night and...
Oh, it's the Green Lantern. It's Darkest Night, Blackest Night, and then dang, you lost me.
Is it Brightest Day or something like that, or?
It might be.
Okay.
It might be. It's three stories. It's three stories.
Got you.
That would be one. That would be probably the DC one that I would like to see. And I'm not a crazy Green Lantern fan by far, but just what happens in that like story, I think it would be great to see I think it would be great to see as a series. I don't know if I could see it drawn out now to have all of those big actors like that's in that series, like to play Superman, Batman, all of the, Justice League on a television show might be a little challenging, but I think it would do better as a series, like stretched out.
Dope.
As far as Marvel, I was all for Secret Invasion. Everybody hates Secret Invasion from the comics.
Oh, okay.
So I
didn't know that.
I can't release. A lot of people like it wasn't a good time in comics. I'll say that it wasn't a good time. I think everything from Marvel that they done, I think the only thing I really want to see is a very good Galactus story. Like Fantastic Four, Avengers, Galactus story. Or I kind of mentioned it earlier, the Kree Skrull War stuff. I think that's a huge, huge thing. But I'm going to leave y'all with the main one, which is a theory I have. I think the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going to be Annihilation. I think that'll be... I think that with Annihilus, that's kind of how you bridge the gap with Star-Lord coming back as like the legendary Star-Lord. I just think Annihilus would also lean into the Fantastic Four. Like, it's so much that they could do. I personally love Annihilus being from the negative zone, a bug creature. You know what I mean? Like, that would be something that I would like to see, the Annihilation wave. More space stuff. I like that we're getting grounded stuff with the MC, but I really want to see a lot more in like the other work, like other, like throughout the universe. That would be probably my main two: Annihilus for Marvel, and then Blackest Night for DC.
Fire.
Annihilus. I would want it to be a movie. Has to be a movie.
Okay.
I don't think you was far off on honestly either of your Marvel ones. I don't know what James Gunn is doing, but Annihilation again. James Gunn was playing around with. And y'all hear the other day that he said he did come up with an idea for a Star Wars Legendary John.
Yeah.
So,
that quote was weird because, like,
what'd he say?
To me, the quote sounded like that, like, we're gonna see a Star-Lord project.
Oh.
And he was, because I seen people trying to break that down. Because I seen people say like what you're saying, like, oh, he's gonna be involved. Then I also
because I didn't think he was involved. I thought he just came up with one just to like.
Then I seen people say when I seen it was like he was more like, I know there's a Star-Lord project coming, and I'm hyped to see what they do with it.
Oh, okay.
From a
like
fan standpoint,
fan perspective.
Yeah, because he's not going to be involved with it.
Interesting.
Because they didn't leave that at no reason. Oh,
where the Guardians come to his house at the end of the Volume 3. It was like a dog. Like, come on.
Yeah, and that had to do with the legendary Star-Lord stuff. They said, yeah, apparently.
Okay.
If that idea.
And also, did y'all see this scene? We tangent it. Did y'all see the scene? It was like a clip of the High Evolutionary after the end of the movie.
Rocket putting them in the cage. Yeah,
they were dope, Johns.
Why did they get rid of those? They should have been.
I feel like it's just.
I don't know, like
you didn't need them as all.
But I mean, like if they would have threw them on as post credits or extended the post credit scenes, that could have been cool. You know,
they actually could have been cool. I guess
I actually feel like the High Evolutionary one should have been in the movie, like the last scene before the credits run, because it would have been poetic. The movie opens with Rocket in the cage. Yep. Getting, and then him closing the cage on a high. I think that would have just been so poetic. Bro,
they dead ass could have added that during the montage at the end. No, they were playing the song and everything, like just showing Rocket close the cage in slow motion and just see his face and then just go to another scene. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I think they only didn't because they wanted people to theorize if he was alive or not until James Gunn finally just said it. You know, that's the only reason I could see them.
And also too, Marvel.
You don't know.
I just feel like they don't know what they're gonna do with them.
Yeah, right. That's what
so like they didn't want to leave too much breadcrumbs if they don't go back to Guardians for a long time.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I super agree with that.
Kevin Feige, don't shoot me, but I gotta debunk this theory. It's like a in the middle theory. A lot of people feel like Marvel has had these plans for like 10, 15 years. Like that's not always the case.
Yeah, not always. No.
They change things a lot. Like, for example, when Captain America Civil War was coming out, that wasn't supposed to be Civil War. They only did that because of Batman versus Superman.
Right.
And then
they
changed it up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Captain America Serpent Society. So I love that Marvel does plan things, but I don't think that they have this grand scheme of like 20-year plan. Now, they did come out, I think, last year and say, hey, we're trying to meet to get a 10 to 15-year plan. And I think they're trying to do it now. But I think up to phase 3, or I guess phase 4, like until phase 4,
right.
I think a lot of that was like kind of just workshopping here. Like what is, like they had like maybe like a bullet.
I was about to say, they had bullets. They had end games.
It's an outline.
And like how funny end games.
Yeah, I feel like there's an outline
end goals every time
of where they're going.
Yes.
But how they get there can freely move and change. Like,
and that's great. I think that's great.
Yep.
They should continue it like that.
Yeah, because even as well as projects they probably want to do, like they throw them all on the board.
Yeah, bro, because I told you we've been through that Infinity War and Endgame, not Endgame, right? Endgame. We just didn't know the names of them or what they were going to be. We knew those movies where all the cumulative Marvel people in the last whatever were coming. We just didn't know what projects and how and we're getting a Doctor Strange movie and like
And even now, like there's projects that were announced that weren't announced.
Right.
Like remember Werewolf by Night? We didn't know that was real.
Right.
Like,
and then
we didn't really know it was real.
I forgot they didn't actually announce
it. They never
like
really
the
announced
week,
it until it was like
before.
Yeah, and it was like this whole thing. All right, Werewolf by Night, we getting it, and nobody knew what you know what I mean? Same thing with like Nova.
True, like that's.
I was just about to say with Nova, bro. Yeah. Or the holiday special. They announced it, and then for like 2-3 years, we're like, bro, where's the holiday special? Like,
True.
All these changes make me wonder too. Like, what's the plans for the stuff that they already have shot? Like Ironheart, Agatha.
Ooh.
They were shooting Wonder Man right now.
Is Agatha done?
I think so, but then they asked Catherine Hahn like when we gonna get it, and she's like, I don't know. And then you even have Simu talking about Shang-Chi too, and he seemed frustrated. He seemed a little frustrated.
Oh, he was pissed.
But because I can only imagine it's like, yo, I'm pushing stuff back on my schedule to make room, you know what I mean? And he's probably contractually obligated to do that because he probably signed for more movies with Marvel. But also, like, yo,
he still got a life.
There's other bags and stuff I could be getting, other movies I could be in, and I can't.
They be talking about that a lot nowadays more than they used to. Like Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen said that she was excited to do other Marvel stuff, other things outside of Marvel, so people didn't just like box
her in.
Because I could easily see if Simu didn't do like Barbie, which is so left field, that people would think he's only Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
like I could see that, you know.
And Robert Downey just came out and said that he was like, once he got back into like when he was doing Oppenheimer, he was like, he felt 100% that like it was going to change his
he thought he was going to basically be
like,
Iron Man like everywhere. Yeah, he was afraid to, right? Like he was just scared that he wasn't gonna be able to get it back to be able to play other people. Basically,
I also feel like with him,
Disney could. Oh, sorry.
No. I didn't want to cut you off, but with him specifically, he put so much of himself in that, bro. Like I feel like that's also a little difficult because like when I hear him regularly,
I think he's
away from that.
Right,
I'm like, you are Tony Stark.
You're Tony Stark. Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like he just put too much of himself in that.
Yeah.
And that's the double-edged sword because he gave an amazing performance, but also now you are this guy.
Yeah,
you know
that's facts.
But yeah, go ahead, Jam. My bad, bro.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, not to cut you off. I'm sorry, bro. I feel like maybe Disney / Marvel, or even I just think it's Disney, Lucasfilm, all of that. Like they might be shooting themselves in the foot sometimes. Don't kill me, Kevin Feige. Don't kill me, Bob. But like, I think they shoot themselves in the foot sometimes with announcing these movies before you have the movie in production. Like, why are you don't even have a story written. You don't have the cast. You don't have a director. Like. And I get it. We get excited to see like, oh, this is who they're going to grab as the director. This is who they're casting. But like maybe start doing those things first before you announce it to the public. Like you said, Zen, like with Werewolf by Night, they already had everything done. And it's like, all right, here you go. And it's like, oh, whoa, this is awesome. Like that, I feel like that might help a little bit better, because when you got stuff like that we're dealing with now with Fantastic Four, Kang, Avengers Kang Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars, it's like now you got to get it pushed all back. We don't really know who's in it per se. We don't know who's the director. Well, we know, I think first Kang is the director of Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah,
but like, I'm just saying, like, I think that they need to kind of, and I mean, Bob Iger seems like he's trying to slow down a little bit with the way they announce things. At least that's what that's just my thought.
No, honestly, they should have been doing that, because I just think it just leaves, it also messes with the expectation thing. I think because we have all these movies that we know are going to come out that we're excited for. We're excited for Deadpool 3, right? For example, or Kang Dynasty, or Fantastic Four, right? When Ant-Man came out and it didn't do what people thought, whatever, right? It didn't do the thing for them. It didn't exceed expectations. Everyone still was like, all right, well, Deadpool better be good then. You know, like it adds pressure to every other thing when you just have a bunch of things loaded and loaded and loaded, and it's not hitting for everybody right now. So like, they should probably just not say stuff and then just drop stuff, because we're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch it anyway.
It don't matter.
We're gonna tune in.
It really don't.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this really got me thinking, because it's like, yo, I'm curious what the plan really is for like some of the stuff that's already in the can, especially with Disney Plus, with them not. It seems like they want to pull back. The quote Iger saying, it sounds like they want to pull back. So yeah, I wonder what's up, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, because the shows are like, they're technically 3 movies in one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's 6 episodes, and which is an hour each. I mean, a movie is usually like 2 hours, maybe a little longer. But like,
right, so that is a lot more.
So it's like you're getting like Secret Invasion. I'm getting 3 Nick Fury movies. Let's just, you know what I'm saying?
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
true, technically.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right though.
Yeah,
that is a lot that they got to work on to do all that. No. That's probably why they're changing a lot of these show joints soon, and maybe make more special presentations or whatever.
I'm hearing
less of them.
I'm hearing all of that is getting.
So maybe we're not gonna have anything but one movie a year. Maybe that's what's. I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm telling you, I think it's one movie and one show.
And one show. No, it might be
one show a year.
Yeah, like early, late.
Because my thing is with the shows, bro. I really think that if they pull back with the amount of shows, and then like really pack a bunch of stuff into some of these shows,
one, right?
Like if they go as hard on the shows as they do the movies, like, and we actually get Doctor Strange in the show, like he don't got to be the main character, but like him being a part of the show, a big part of the show. Yeah,
you ain't never lied.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I feel like a lot of the shows do cool stuff. Like She-Hulk did a lot of cool stuff. But it just, to me, it was just like the ending. What are we doing? And a lot of the shows will leave me with the "what are we doing" ending. Yep. It's like,
like what was this?
Yeah,
leading to.
I'm also tired of us having to wait till the end of the show for them to be in the superhero costume. Like, I get it, we're casting these high profile actors, and you want to see their faces, but man, put them in the suit, bro. The whole at least halfway through this show. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Daredevil's going to fix that. Hopefully,
yeah.
Since he's running around. He's already running around, so I'm thinking, hopefully, hopefully.
It feel like Deadpool took all the Daredevil shine away. Cause remember we were getting a lot of Daredevil like pictures and stuff on the set.
Maybe we stopped seeing because of the strike, though. That's probably why.
Oh, that's true.
They probably got shut down.
I didn't think of that.
You think so? Oh,
they didn't finish at all.
They didn't. Okay.
No, that joint was a bro. It was supposed to be the whole year they're shooting. From March to December.
True.
And they've been stopped then, I'm assuming, right? Because writers, right?
Yeah, but they already no. They didn't stop for the writers' strike.
Okay, so they were already now.
They definitely stopped now. Yeah.
So what was that? March. So what's today? What's is July?
It's July. Yeah.
Right. So they only have 4 months out of a 9 months. You know what I mean?
They might have. Maybe they finished. Well, I was gonna say maybe they finished early. Highly doubt it though.
Yeah, no. Like 5 months early.
Especially
remember, it's 18 episodes, yo. Like that's a long.
How do you feel about that? Like that's long.
Honestly, with all of this now, I definitely don't know how I feel. I was super excited. Now I'm like, what's even happening with anything?
Do you think they're dropping it weekly?
I think it was going to be in phases. Yeah, like
volume 1, volume 2.
Yeah, I think it was going to be 3 volumes, honestly, and just do like what's it?
Do you think they're going to drop all the episodes of volume 1 at one time, like with Echo?
Nah, I think it was going to be like week, have a break, like a TV break, and then
people want Daredevil.
Right.
The Echo thing, I feel like it's some things with that. We talked about it on the previous John, but like, I think it's some stuff with that. With Daredevil, I feel like people wanted that. That's one of them. We're giving you what you want type vibes.
That's why it's 18 episodes.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. Yeah,
at least I think that's why they did.
Yeah,
that, you know,
yeah. But like, I feel like they're gonna.
I'm surprised that they did it as a show instead of a movie.
Really,
with the Netflix show.
Like, yeah, like because he was, you know what I'm saying? Because we had originally, obviously, a Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, but then we had the show. I just felt like it could have easily been a straight into a She-Hulk's cameo or whatever the case may be, but then a movie.
I actually do get what you're saying. I think my only reason that they might not have is because of the confusion on what the hell is the Netflix world, this new world. Like we still don't have all those answers, so they might need time to actually explain it or not. And so I don't. If they do actually go into that, to me, then that would answer it for me.
Because I could definitely see a Daredevil movie eventually.
Yeah, easily.
Or like do a team up. I want that.
He going to be in Spider-Man. We didn't even got to talk about that. Yeah,
but I definitely want more team up movies though. Kind of like we have with Ragnarok. Kind of like what we getting with Deadpool and Wolverine. I feel like more team up movies would be cool. Like pairing him with somebody and it be a full movie with that. I feel like that'd be crazy.
Honestly, him Punisher,
like Cat 4, like Brave New World.
Yeah, like that, right?
That
and that's true because it's basically a team up movie with a couple people.
Yeah.
In a team up movie of villains.
Right. I agree. We do need more of that. We definitely need more of that.
Honestly, that's kind of why Gunn is leaning into the whole everybody's already here because it's already that.
We got that with the Marvels.
You know,
too.
like
we do got that with the Marvels.
We do got that with the Marvels.
Yes,
true.
We do. Yeah.
But like you said, see, the James Gunn is leaning in towards that. Like everybody's like, this is
regular, right? Like
you into it
exactly.
You know
so that means we're going to be always expecting this is regular now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
I will say, I think the DCU is going to shake up what our expectations are on
competition.
It's
going to bring some competition,
bro. I definitely do think we're going to be people who are skeptical are going to be in for a surprise.
Yeah.
What James Gunn has got going. I don't think he's taking this lightly at all.
No.
He's not taking this. I think he understands what this is, and I think he's gonna have fun with it.
Did y'all even see? He's
gonna have fun.
Yeah, for sure. Like y'all see his tweet about
he's
how much, bro. I was about to say the one tweet he had a whole like thread of how Superman connects to his dad that passed away. Like it's like a very deep thing to his life and him and his brother. I'm like, all right, yeah, he got to go crazy on the because he didn't even have to say all that. You know, he didn't have to tell us that story. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right, you want us to know it means a lot too. Okay, bet. I got you.
I really recommend, I'm going to say this before we get out of here. I do recommend the interview he did with Michael Rosenbaum. We talked about it before.
I'm going to watch
it. Such a good interview.
I didn't.
Because he really got to get into a lot of that.
Like
and then
the passion of it and
being more like unfiltered. You know what I mean? Just talking about all the stuff and how much he's into it and just how, like you said, how much it actually involves some of his life. And you know what I mean? So I thought it was
I'm going to check that out.
Good job. Yeah.
But
yeah, man.
Jam. Applaud that guy. Ow.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
I cared so much. I hurt myself. Yes. But nah, man. Thank you for coming. Always, anytime you come hang, gang. You already know. But yeah, just let the people know where they can find you before we get out of here.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Y'all check us out on the alternate timeline, the website that is www.thealternatetime.com. And all of our social medias is at the alt time. Me personally, mine is Ju Heard of Me. So Ju and then Heard of Me, just like how it sounds. I'm also on Twitch. So all social medias as on Twitch as well. I am very close to affiliate. I'm like right there on Twitch streaming. So we just trying to get paid to do what we love.
Follow
basically.
my guy. Follow him.
Yeah,
you
follow me?
I appreciate that. But yeah, man, y'all check us out. And I want to give a special shout out to my guys here at Listen 3K for having me on. And as well as Agents of Fandom. I appreciate y'all so much, and I love the content that y'all doing. And I just more collabs, more vibes. This is everything to me. So I appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Of course, bro.
Anytime.
Same
you already
thing,
know.
Same thing, man.
Yeah, always. You know what I mean? Support.
For sure.
And we're all up there. Yep.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. This has been Listen 3000, man. Again, it's Agents of Fandom podcast. Please check out the rest of the network. We got Agents of Fandom. We got Ticket to Reality. Ooh. We got Phantom Academy. And a lot of other new shows coming on the podcast network as well. So please go to agentsofandom.com. Check out all the articles, man. A lot of this stuff we're getting from the tweets from the Agents of Fandom social media. So please
go to the source.
Go ahead, follow, and get your news for the movies and the film and all the other pop culture stuff that you like. You know what I mean?
And before we get out of here, shout out to the Sound Gallery Studios. Thank you for allowing us to be in this lovely space. If you guys need to record anything, it is a recording studio. Come book it up in Philadelphia.
Yes, sir. Yes. And we'll be back real soon. And this was Listen 3000.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Work on me, I just need some time.